a lot of coaches get this genius label, right? And it's usually, a Caucasian guy who's 45. It's a look for the genius guy. And Kyle gets that label. Walsh got that label. If there is a genius on this coaching staff, if there is one genius on this coaching staff, it's Bobby Turner.
I love it.
I'm not saying there isn't more than one, but if there's just one, it's him. This guy was running outside zone before the Shanahans. You know where he got it? Sam Weiss. Sam Weiss was I think he was the first guy that did it in the NFL in Cincinnati. So Bobby Turner was at Ohio State when Sam Weiss was at Cincinnati. He sees it. He brings it to Ohio State. Then he brings it to Purdue, does it with Mike Allstott. You remember Mike Allstott?
Yes, of course.
Hell of a fullback. Then the Shanahans get him, and he's been their right-hand man forever. They've never done anything without him. He's been with them forever. Amazing. So eventually he's going to have to retire and not coach anymore, although he seems like he wants to keep coaching. And they're going to it's going to be interesting to see what Kyle does at that point, because it's not just that he finds the running backs and develops the running backs. I mean, I think it's the whole scheme. I think it's the whole vision of an identity of the offense.
I want to say one other thing, Iggy. What you're portraying is a difference between Greasy and Bobby Turner. Let's call Greasy cold and Bobby Turner hot.
Yes.
It's nice to be near hot.
Yes.
It's nice,
warm.
Iggy. Warm. Let's call it cold and warm. Okay.
Yeah.
It's nice to be near warm. It's nice to be near enthusiasm.
Yes.
And I want to say, I think people's personalities are homogeneous. If Greasy was off-putting to the media, he may be off-putting with his quarterbacks.
Right.
And if Bobby Turner is warm and engaging and enthusiastic and supportive, he's probably that way with his running backs. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying what they showed that day may be showing how they are as coaches.
Yeah, and you wonder, how has Bobby Turner had all this success for 50? He's been coaching for 50 years. He's been in the NFL for 30. How has he had all this success? Well, it's more than just an understanding of X's and O's or whatever. I mean, it's like the human element.
Yeah.
The human element. Yeah, and it's like it's all the time. You don't turn it on and off.
No.
You're not warm sometimes and cold sometimes. It's who you are.
So you know what I think Brian Greasy should do? Spend a little time with Bobby Turner.
I would agree. Absolutely. Yeah. It's really too bad that Kyle and his dad don't have a Bobby Turner at quarterback, because look, Bobby Turner is Hall of Fame level coach. It's just that running backs aren't as important as quarterbacks. I mean, damn, that's the way it is. If they only had the Bobby Turner quarterbacks, they would have won 1 million championships, but at least they got Bobby Turner. He's important. He's really good. Yeah.
I love it. And Iggy, you would think that Kyle understands it and really has a tremendously high regard for Bobby Turner.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan might be arrogant, but he's not so arrogant to think he can do it without Bobby. All I know is that Bobby had some type of procedure last year, and he wasn't with the team for the offseason and the first 3 weeks. And they started 1-2. And by week 4, he was back.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
Please come back. Please, Bobby, we need you.
Bobby, we need you. And I don't know. He's never worked for anyone other than the Shanahans. They must pay him so much. I don't understand what the deal is, what the arrangement is, but he must be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, Bobby, my son needs you. I know you're 75 years old. My son needs you. Please, 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 please. Eventually, Kyle's going to have to do it on his own. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Bobby Turner, it was a pleasure to talk to you. You only get to talk to him twice a year. I wish we could talk to him once a week. They should make him a coordinator.
I see what you're saying. So, in other words, you don't get to talk to these people but twice?
Twice. That's it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, the Niners have a rule where they can ask you to take down your videos after 24 hours, and they usually don't. The videos of like press conferences from their facility, they almost always don't ask you to do it. But today they asked us to take them down. And I wonder why. Was it because Brian Greasy's performance was so bad? Was it because he really didn't handle any of the quarterback questions well? I'd like to know, because we've done these before and we've posted the interviews and no one said anything. But all of a sudden, the Niners are like, yeah, you got to take those down. Why?
Hold on. Iggy, this is new to me.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, when I was working, I I wasn't doing videos and all that
Right.
stuff. I wrote my article and no one said, now you take the article out of the paper 3 days
Right.
later. So
Correct.
you're saying if Greasy stands in the corner with his looking over his shoulder and his arms crossed defensively, someone from the organization contacted all the writers and
Yeah.
I'm sorry, all the media and said, what you posted from Bobby Turner and Greasy, both of them, take them down, and they're allowed to?
There's an NFL rule that those press conferences can't be archived online in a place like YouTube for more than 24 hours. So I could post it for a day, then I got to take it down. Most of the time, the Niners don't care and don't say anything and just let you do it. But if there's something they don't want out there, they can invoke this rule, and 24 hours later, you have to take it down. So I took it down 24 hours at 2:30 today.
How did they let you know that?
I got an email from the PR director.
But it wasn't just you; it was everybody.
That's what he said.
And what was in basically the wording?
Hey, Grant, look at this rule from the NFL. Contact me if you have any questions. And I said, okay, well, are you singling me out or does everyone have to take these videos out? He said, okay. He said, everyone, and don't shoot the messenger. I said, okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
But it's just like, and obviously it wasn't his call. Someone, Kyle, contacted the PR guy and was like, what the hell is this? Tell him to take it down. Like, yeah, man, I think that interview with Brian Greasy was a bad look and you probably should want to take that down.
But we don't know that's the reason.
I don't know that's the reason, but it just was so irregular. Never happened before. Last year we did these interviews and those interviews are on my YouTube channel. You can find them right now. No one had an issue. So something must be different. What's different about yesterday than all other time? What? The Passover rule. Greasy. Wow. That's what I think. Yeah, because it wasn't Bobby Turner.
I'm coughing. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway,
James. I'm in your old room, Iggy, and it's cold in here.
Yeah. James says, are they rushing back Brock? Love from UK, Papa Cohn.
Oh.
I don't know.
Hi, UK.
I wonder. They keep talking about how he's ahead of schedule and how they want him to be back for training camp. Feels like a little bit of pressure. Like, hey, bud, if you want to play this year, you need to be back for training camp. I don't know. I'm not there. Manny Fresh says, how is a bum quarterback Greasy going to make any quarterback better? Oh. That's rough. That's rough. But I guess that's a good question. When they signed Greasy, I mean, he had no experience, and his playing experience was nothing comparable to Trey Lance. So it seemed like there was nothing in his background that would be of use to Trey Lance, but maybe it's helpful to Brock Purdy. Timothy Glander says, has Greasy added anything quarterback training? I don't know. I mean, he didn't want to talk about it. He wouldn't exactly get into it. We asked about quarterback mechanics, and he said, we always work on that. We've been talking about that with Trey for a long time, but at the same time, you throw how you throw. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
I love it, right? Iggy, you love when a guy's a bullshitter, right?
Yeah, and you just contradicted yourself in two. We've been talking about mechanics with him since he got here, and you just throw how you throw. Like, well, which one is it, dude?
Iggy, I used to be in interviews like that, and I would just think, what am I going to make of this? What do I do with this? You know? And you want
that's gobbledygook.
You want to say to the guy, this is complete bullshit. Could we start over?
Yeah, could we try again without the bullshit? Could you save the bullshit?
Now you got it out of your system.
Hold the bullshit. Keep it on the side. The Cosmic Channel says, let Trey cook.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Tyler Caressley says, Grandpapa Cohn question, what would the Niners play like on offense when Bobby Turner retires? I don't know. Go back and look at the first 3 games last year. Go back and look at the first 3 games last year. Chicago. Battle Beast 19 says, Trey does good in practice, is just practice. Trey has lower completion percentage in practice. He sucks. What a bust. Trey haters something else, man. Yeah, well, if Kyle Shanahan won't pick a quarterback, then fans will, and they'll have this stupid fight every day. It's Kyle's creation. It's his legacy here, not picking a quarterback ever. How could you go 7 years and not pick a quarterback? It's amazing. I mean, most great head coaches are like tied to a quarterback. You know, not what great genius coach gets to have a new quarterback every year?
Gets get a new 4 quarterbacks every year.
Yeah, we just need a room.
Anyway. We have a great quarterback room. Oh, I love Iggy. Could we stay with that a second?
The
We
room.
have a great quarterback room. Iggy,
Yeah.
what the hell is a quarterback room? Or I'll compare our quarterback room to any quarterback room in the league. So
I was
did they
talking
come
about
out?
this.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, did they come out in a room on the field? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
The whole room is in the pocket. The
right,
whole
the
room.
room is
Oh man. So here's the thing. Okay, they talk about like they have the best quarterback room in the league, as if the backups matter, as if it's not all about the starter. Okay. So I'll give you two quarterback rooms. Which one would you rather have? Okay, the Niners quarterback room with Trey Lance, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, or this quarterback room, Patrick Mahomes, me and you. Which quarterback room you taking, Dad?
I'm taking KC. Listen,
I'm taking that one.
I think I'm taking the Jets.
Yeah.
I think I'm taking that quarterback room.
You could put me and you in the quarterback room with Patrick Mahomes and suit us up on game day. I'm still taking Patrick Mahomes. I don't care about the depth the 49ers have. Screw depth.
Yeah, the quarterback room. I love it.
Quarterback room.
You know,
Yeah.
Iggy, if I was still writing, I think I'd write a column called The Quarterback Room.
That would be hilarious.
You know, do
The
they have a
quarterback room.
phone? Are there
Yeah.
soft drinks?
Yeah.
Right? Do they
How
have
much
their own
fun they have
bathroom?
in the quarterback room. Yeah.
Did he get snacks?
Remember, you used to take me to Dr. Wampler's office,
Yeah.
like the child
Yeah.
dentist. Remember all the games he had in there, the arcade
He was
games,
great.
and
Yeah, he did.
that's
Yeah.
what the quarterback room is. Because everyone there is like 17 years old in the quarterback room. They're 12.
They have games.
So you got games, you know what I mean? So they're not too nervous because it's a little high anxiety environment.
And here's this. And Greasy is in the quarterback room.
Right.
He's playing the games too.
Yeah, and you get a treat when you leave for being so good. Yeah, absolutely. It's like the doctor's office. Yeah. Hey, just right over here. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay.
It'll only hurt for a second.
Yeah. In Brock's case, it's gonna hurt for about 6 months. In Trey's case, it's gonna hurt for about 9 months. But I don't know.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez.
We have a great quarterback room.
When is Kyle Shanahan gonna figure out that he's the worst coach ever for a young quarterback and he needs a veteran? When's he gonna figure that out? Anytime soon?
I know. Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Does Kyle ever go into the quarterback room?
I would think he does.
I would
think he does. Well, he has so much knowledge about quarterbacks and throwing and mechanics that he needs to be in there. He was a quarterback. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't a quarterback.
But they allow him in the quarter. He's allowed in the quarterback room.
Right, because he's so uplifting and positive that you want to bring him in there just to help people with their confidence. Hey, by the way, you guys all suck. Good to see you. See you next week.
Oh, I love it, the quarterback room.
Oh, the quarterback room. Yeah. It's a new concept because it used to be if you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. That was like a platitude in the NFL. But now if you got three, now you got a room, and a room apparently is better than a starter.
Oh, boy. I'd like to get a pass into the quarterback room for an hour one day. See what they do there.
Oh, it would just be Brian Greasy putting on a clinic of coaching. Oh my! I'm sure other coaches from all around the country, quarterback coaches who've been doing this for 30, 40 years, would be in that room being like, this is revolutionary. This is cutting edge stuff. And that is why Trey Lance is so good.
I guess if we were going to put a title to this show, it would be the quarterback room.
The quarterback room. Yeah. The future of the league. Forget a quarterback. You want a room. You need a room.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quarterback room. Go ahead.
Iggy, I would say the quarterback room when Joe Montana and Steve Young were in it wasn't big enough. That was a room that wasn't big enough for those two egos. You know what I mean?
Dad, remember when I was at UCLA, you dropped me off for my freshman year, that room in Hedrick, that triple?
Oh, God, with the three, yeah.
That's the quarterback room that the Niners have. It's the size of a closet. You got a bunk bed. You got 2 bunk beds, 3 people, and no one's happy, and they're all about 18 years old. That's what they got. And it's like, look, when one of you guys ends up being good, you can move out of the dorms. But right now, you guys are in the dorms.
Hedrick, I remember Mom and
You're in freaking Hedrick.
If there's ever a fire in here, our kid is dead. Remember?
Screwed. Yeah, absolutely. So Joseph Stockbridge says, appreciate posting the coaches meeting on Spotify. I'm going to post this on Spotify too. If you didn't know, I post all these on Spotify and stuff so you can listen to them afterward. Gary Be Good, Thank you for the $10. That was very nice of you,
Is
Gary
he
B. Good.
related to Johnny B. Good?
I think he's his cousin.
Hi.
You know that new sound you've been looking?